What is going on, everybody? It's Captain. We're back with another episode of Elmcreek Farming Simulator 22. We are on the Fang Farming server, and can't tell it's harvest time. So, in the last episode, we got the rest of our planning done. I went ahead and let Fang move the server time ahead. He had some stuff that he needed to get done, so I let him get that done. And he went ahead and moved, and it is now time to harvest our wheat that we planted last winter. So we're gonna make our way back to the farm. I just picked up this New Holland. I believe this is the C7. What? The C7.10. Right here. CH 7.70. So, just picked up this harvester. We're leasing it this year because I don't have enough money to buy one myself. So, I just figured it'd probably be best lease one out. We only have 3 small fields. We'll be done with it within less than an hour, hopefully. So, I'm kind of thinking of an idea here of a farm series where we build farms. Now I know that kind of sounds awkward, but I think load up a save game on Elmcreek, and what we do is we just pick different locations and build farms there and see how we like. You know, we can choose different layouts, we can do the landscaping a bit different. I mean, there's so many options now in Farm Sim 22, whether it be laying fences, planting trees, like actually going into the landscape mode, clicking trees and placing trees. We can place trees in base game Farm Sim 22 without any mods. That's huge. I think we ought to run with it, you know, test out the new build mode, and I mean, we can get pretty good at building some sweet farms. And I mean, it's just gonna be fun. I think I'm gonna have fun with it and just go for it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below on a new series. We could call it the building series or the farm building series. It doesn't really bother me, but we just got back to the farm here. So let's fire this rig up. I know it's still raining, but it shouldn't be. We're gonna go for it. So let's go ahead and unfold this harvester. Now we should be good to turn. Oh, but it's not raining. All right, well, I'm gonna wait for the rain to stop, and I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. Alrighty, well, it looks like the rain has subsided for now. Let some time pass. We're back in the harvester. Let's get harvesting. This is gonna be fun. Haven't really had any harvest time in 22 yet, since most of it's been planting and field work, but I'm excited. Excited to finally harvest. Get to see those new harvest animations. The extra of the plant coming out the back. That's pretty sweet. So there's a couple things you might notice that is different on this farm compared to the last video. Obviously we are harvesting now. There was a big time jump. Another thing is there's a solar panel down right ahead of me. I went ahead, placed the solar panel. We just get some passive income. There's some greenhouses off my right here. That's also some passive income. I have those set to selling. Now, with greenhouses in Farm Sim 22, I highly recommend setting them to selling. So, the way the greenhouses work, you feed them water, you give them water, and in return, you get whatever crop you are producing, whether that be lettuce, tomatoes, or strawberries. They all have different fill capacities per pallet, so it can become a little difficult on what you plan on doing. So for tomatoes, I'm pretty sure it's 100 liters or 150 liters. Pretty sure it's 100. So every 100 liters that greenhouse produces is 1 pallet. And I think there's about 900 liters in that left greenhouse right now. There's 9 pallets that still need to come out of that greenhouse. So once you get producing with your greenhouses and they start producing pallets, if you have your greenhouses set to storing, it'll just hold pallets. So you will always have an abundance of pallets, which in turn causes lag on a server. So if you're in our case here, I'm on a multiplayer server and it's causing the game to lag because one trailer load that I did was 96 pallets of tomatoes just to get ahead and keep up with the greenhouse. So we went ahead and made the call to if you're gonna have a greenhouse, put it on selling. It'll always sell year-round at the best price available. You don't have to worry about not getting a good price for your tomatoes. This is one easy field done. Alrighty. Go ahead, get on the other field here. So one of the big reasons, and I'm gonna go in a little in depth with this, is the pallets. So pallets one pallet is an entity. So let's say, for example, like Minecraft, you have a mob spawner, or let's say you're in creative mode and you get a spawn egg. If you have a enclosed area, so you say you enclose a 3x3 space of whatever, 3x3 space, and you start spamming cows or spamming whatever your spawn egg is in that area, eventually you're gonna start to lag, because each of those entities, a cow being the entity, has a certain computer load that is used to render that. So when you have 100 cows in that 3x3 area all inside each other, it's taking a lot of load on whatever console or PC or whatever you're using. So when we had 96 pallets at my farm and maybe close to 100 at another farm, because we were all holding them waiting for the best sell date or the best sell price, it causes lag on the server because there's 100 entities here in a small area, there's 100 and another 100 here in a small area, and when you try to move them, the server is trying to track the location of that single entity. So when I was driving down the road in my semi with 100 pallets in my trailer and they were all strapped down, it tends to put a load on the server because it's trying to track those. It's trying to figure out the exact location because you have them all strapped down, trying to figure out the exact location on where those pallets are. And it's trying to keep up with it and keep them on your trailer. But it just struggles because it's a lot. It's a lot of pallets. A lot for a server to handle. So the way greenhouses work, if you have them set to selling, it will automatically keep selling your product on the highest price available. You won't have to worry about getting a low price. Now there's a distributing tag under that, so like you can set it to storing, selling, or distributing. If you own a production chain, so let's say I own, say, the bakery. I own the bakery. I can set my strawberries to distributing, and then they will automatically go to the bakery because it's the next production point. So strawberries can be used in a recipe for cake. So if I set my strawberry greenhouse to distributing, all the strawberries will go to the bakery because it's the next point in the production chain. That's same with the lumber mill. If I own the lumber mill and the carpentry place, if I set the lumber mill to have planks be distributing, it will send the planks to carpentry to be turned into furniture and so on. So it's a pretty sweet idea, and it's actually pretty useful. So we're just finishing up on this field. I went ahead, another kind of big thing that happened is we ended up selling the New Holland T7. I did that to afford that solar panel so we could get some passive income, and it looks like it is working so far. We have 121,000. I do still have a loan to pay off, so we will be paying that off as soon as I can. But I think I'm going to get one or two more of those solar panels, so then we can, generate a little bit better income. Well, the combine is at 71%. I'm gonna unload this now before it gets too full, and then I'm in the middle of a field and I'm full. So we are down to the McCormick X8. So I love this tractor. I can't speak anything bad about it. It's just a decent and really good tractor, for a matter of fact. So all this wheat we're gonna end up storing for now, and it'll go in the grain bin. But I'm gonna get to unloading this. I'm gonna probably dump it in the grain silo, and we will get back to you guys in a little bit. Alrighty guys, we're back in the field, and I went ahead, I hired a worker just to run the combine so I can kind of show you the different animations that they really worked on here. If we go super in depth here, we can see a bunch of the hoses, the bolt connections. I mean, the amount of detail that Giants went into this game. It's great. The stickers on the side of the combine. I don't think we saw those in 22. But here comes that extra material out the back end. It's of high quality. I mean, it's really bunched up like normal, or like it would be. So here we can see the grain is actually kind of flowing in. You can see it feeding into the feeder house there at the very kind of in between the auger and that. There's a little gap. You can see the wheat actually going up inside of the feeder house. That's pretty sweet. Ooh, all the different cab controls. We got the wheat. I mean, the new texture for wheat is sweet. I mean, we got different controls. I mean, look at that hydrostatic arm. I mean, that's sweet. I mean, the level of detail they went into this game is very interesting. One thing I would have liked to see, though, is the ability to use these. The ability to use your side panel to actually give you quality information. Like, I want to know, obviously I can see the speed I'm going, which is 9.9 to 10 miles an hour, and my engine load. I'm about at 60, we'll say 66% engine load. Isn't bad. But I'm kind of curious to see how many bushels an acre I'm getting, or, you know, what my fill level is on this side screen. I mean, that'd be very cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and let them do this field here. I'm gonna run up to the McCormick and get to unloading. Alrighty guys, I went ahead, emptied the trailer here at the silo, and now we're sitting and waiting for this combine to come back. But just look at the level of detail in this cab. This is the McCormick X8. It's a medium tractor. I mean, this thing is nice. It's not a normal brand that I would have picked, but I figured let's do something else. So right there in the center dial on the bottom, you can see our engine RPM. Just above that is our speed. I mean, this is a sweet tractor. Right in the center dashboard, you can see there's our time, and I believe our speed as well. So if I go ahead and hit the blinkers here, you can see that the left blinker is on, and I believe that secondary button is the blinkers are on. Yep, and there's the right blinker, and there's the hazards. And you can see at the bottom in the center there, my hazard button is showing right here. So that is very cool. Anyway, let's go ahead, catch up with this combine, and we can unload on the go. I don't know, this game, I'm absolutely loving it. So if you guys were on the fence, questionable about getting this game, I'd say go for it. It's got a whole lot of new qualities from 19, whole lot of new qualities from 19. Totally different game. This is by far one of the best I think Giants have done in a game. I mean, there's so much new stuff. And opportunity is endless. I don't know what else to say. There's a pause because I'm speechless. There's I guess one thing that would be nice is buildings that are already here in the game are they're not usable. So I guess that would have been nice to be able to use these buildings instead of having to place your own, but that's just how it goes sometimes. So I think that's gonna do it for today's episode. We're just finishing up wheat harvest. So if you guys are enjoying the Farm Sim 22 content here and you want to see more, go ahead, hit that like button. It greatly helps out the channel. And if you're new or you find yourself coming back on a normal basis, hit that subscribe button. We will catch you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.